Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shanika. Welcome to my channel. I hope y'all are having a blessed, wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all, I was reading Psalms 139 with our Father this morning, and Psalm 139 it talks about God's perfect knowledge of man. And underneath that, there was a short passage, a story underneath there that really resonated with me. And our Father told me I need to share this. So I am. And then I'm going to give y'all a little testimony of mine afterwards. So here we go. It is called The Sanctity of Life, created in His image. God places special value on human life. And He says so in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27, as well as Psalms 8, verses 4 through 6. Human life is sacred because the man and woman alone were created in the image of God, and that life deserves protection. God commands His people to protect and defend innocent life, and that is in Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 20, 21, 36, and 38. Under the Mosaic law, the murder of another person deserved punishment by death because the value of the life that was destroyed. And that is in Genesis chapters 9, verses 6, and Exodus chapter 20, verse 13. Scripture extends this special status and protection to human life in every stage of development and need. And that's in Isaiah chapter 46, verse 3 and 4. The unborn child shares in God's image. And that's in Psalm 139, verses 13 through 16. And is protected under the Old Testament law. Believers are exhorted to defend and care for the sick, the elderly, and the poor. And that's in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 32, and Deuteronomy chapter 15, verses 7 and 8. No one is excluded from protection and care. Throughout history, this biblical view of the sanctity of all human life has faced opposition, most notably from those who advocate a quality of life viewpoint, suggesting that human life must possess certain qualities and abilities before it can be considered truly valuable and worthy of life sustenance. According to this distorted humanistic view, if the unborn child, the handicapped infant, or the elderly person does not possess these qualities, that individual is not entitled to the protection which Scripture or the law would give. The Bible rejects this quality of life view. The value of human life does not depend upon the person's functional abilities or independent viability, but is assured because of the image of God, which is found in every human life. God does not measure the quality of a human being before He bestows His image. God calls upon us to extend our care and compassion to every life he has created in every stage of development and in every need. Y'all, me and God had a long conversation last night about that. And it brought me to tears. And I'm going to give y'all my testimony. When I was 17 years old, I got an abortion. It was during my graduation month, and I had a decision to make. I was working at a movie theater, making $5.25. My boyfriend at the time, he had a good job and was living with his parents. And my environment, I knew that if I had a child in the environment that I was in, I would have been trapped and I would have been caught up in the generational dysfunction. And I didn't want to be stuck. What made me make that final decision was my boyfriend at the time told me that he would sell drugs if he had to support us. And that immediately, I said, no, there is no way that I'm going to be trapped here with a drug dealing boyfriend who could possibly be in and out of jail. And I be out, a single mom, out here by myself, making a bare minimum with no degree. 17, and my boyfriend and I made that decision. And I was so devastated. It ate me up to my core, and it still does to this day. I have 2 children, but I always tell myself that I had 3. I didn't understand the severity of my decision. I didn't. I was heavily convicted. I didn't recognize that I was a murderer. Someone close to me reminded me of that a long time ago, and I was in denial of that. And it ate me up forever. Still to this day it does. Especially knowing how God values every life and see every life. And it's even more disheartening to see that during this campaign, so many women rooting and cheering for abortion. Black women make up 38% of the abortions. We are the number 1 race that goes and get abortions. And that's according to the CDC. White women ranks 33%, the Hispanic and Latino 21%, and all others are 7.7%. The Black population right now, well, this was as of 2022. I was trying to find it 2024, but I couldn't find it. It shows that there are 47.9 million Black Americans, and that's, they group, it doesn't matter if you Haitian, Jamaican, whatever, they clump us all as Black. And there are 62.1 million Hispanic and Latinos. Now, this just didn't get started during this administration. I looked back and our numbers, I think around 2003, 2005 is when they started surpassing our race. But we are dwindling our race left and right because we are getting rid of our future before it even starts. And the thing that gets me too, I watched quite a few YouTube videos where there are young women bragging about getting abortions, talking about how they done had 4, 5, 6 abortions, and it ain't nothing they can get one right now and then go back to a rapper or their boyfriend, and they can have another baby anytime they want to. They just didn't want to have it. It's disheartening to see people rallying for the destruction of our future. And the reason the majority of the women are doing it is because of irresponsibility. I'm not talking to the ones that has those circumstances where they have to, medical, reasons, whatever. I am talking about the majority of the women that are getting abortions are the irresponsible women and the men who pays for it and participate in it, because it takes two to tango. And instead of people promoting responsibility, they're sitting here and using it under the guise as pro-choice. Oh, we should have the right to determine what we do with our bodies. Well, you do. Because again, it takes two to tango, and the government was not in that bedroom with you and that man when y'all chose to have unprotected sex, not take birth control, all the precautions that's in place to prevent that unwanted pregnancy. And instead of promoting responsibility, this administration is promoting pro-choice. You should have the right to do what you want with your body. And you do. Which is how you ended up getting pregnant, because you had the choice to be irresponsible. But to know how our Father values our life, all life, and for us to for women to just discard it like it's nothing, it's disheartening. Y'all, we have to wake up. We have to take responsibility. We have to value every single last life. And if we know, we are taught in middle school sex education, there's no excuses. We are taught at a very young age. And when you let lust, mischief get up into your everything, you throw all caution out the window and forget about the diseases and the unwanted pregnancies. Take responsibility for yourselves, men and women. Responsibility. Because our future children should not be a casualty of your irresponsibility. I had to stand before our Father in judgment, and I had to admit and own the fact that I murdered one of my children because I wasn't ready. And that's no excuse whatsoever. However, when you know better, you do better. You take it to our Father for forgiveness, and you take every precaution and responsibility that you have to protect yourself and protect our future. If you are not ready to have children, there are so many precautions, and it's free. Well, you may have to go to the store to, buy some condoms or go get a prescription from your doctor. But there are things to prevent it. And it disheartens me to see so many women around here rallying, especially in this administration. Instead of rallying for responsibility, they're rallying for irresponsibility and murder. And that blows my mind. Y'all, before we even get into our mother's womb, our Father chose us to be on this earth. And we all have a purpose on this earth. We all have a purpose on this earth. And it may take some of us a while to wake up to know what our purpose is. It took me 40 years. But we do. Y'all, Psalm 139, read it. It talks about God's perfect knowledge of man. We have to value all life. God says so. And for all of us that made that terrible mistake, due to whatever our circumstances are, take it to our Father if it's still heavy on your heart. Our Father has definitely forgiven us. However, don't take our Father's forgiveness for granted by doing it again and again and again. Learn from it. I've seen women's testimonies who got those abortions and can't even, and are not able to have children now. It messes with your body. So y'all, us as women and men, we have to be more responsible and make better, wise choices. Do not give in to mischief. Y'all, I forgot what, we can read in here how they were sacrificing their children. Y'all, it's all throughout the Bible how people sacrifice their children for their own selfishness and that wrath that came upon them. God bless y'all. I thank y'all. I love y'all. Let's be more responsible, y'all, and spread the word of responsibility, not irresponsibility. Let's not get brainwashed with this, oh, you have the right to do what you want with your body. You do. That's how you ended up in that bedroom. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. God bless y'all. And y'all have a wonderful day.